The Drunk Sports Podcast.
Hey YouTube, welcome back into another Drunk Sports Podcast segment recorded live at Tailgaters out in Plano on Ohio Drive. This past Wednesday, we are there each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10. Come out and see us in person. Come do some shots, have some drinks, share a bucket of beer. Well, I'm not going to share it because I'm going to drink all of them, but I will toast your bucket of beer with my bucket of beer if you want to come out and say hello to us. Welcome into another segment, though, here on our YouTube channel. This is our Top 9 at 9, our featured segment where we go through a top 9 list each and every night around 9 o'clock. I say around because sometimes it takes us a while to get there. But this segment brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center in Carrollton, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting services, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. They've also got covered and heated tees, so it is the best place to practice your golf game year-round. They also have a brand new indoor putting studio with all the latest technology to help you get your putting game where it needs to be, or take advantage of one of their awesome instructors to help you get your overall golf game where you think it should be. Located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills in between Marsh and Midway. Make sure to tell them the Drunk Sports Podcast sent you. Get a free bucket of range balls to hit while you're out there. Give them a call, 972-733-4111, or check them out on the web, highlandspgc.com. Check out our Top 9 at 9 live from Tailgaters this past Wednesday. Enjoy the segment.
Why would exes be watching me, though?
I have no idea. I mean, they already seen the best of you. Now here's the worst.
So you're implying that there at one point was a best of me?
Yes.
Or at several points?
At several points.
All right.
Exactly right.
Well, we'll roll with that then. It is time for this on the Drunk Sports Podcast.
It's 9 p.m., and that can mean one thing and one thing only. That being that it's time for the Drunk Sports Podcast. Top 9 at 9.
It is time for the Top 9 at 9, as the gentleman from Fiverr just mentioned. And Colby, this is for you. We're continuing the Marvel Cinematic Universe theme from your Mystery Shotgun podcast.
Oh, gotcha.
A little bit earlier. As I offer you the Top 9 at 9 strongest villains in the MCU.
Ooh.
This was taken from Ranker, not me, because
Yeah.
I am not qualified to I'm qualified to comment. I'm not qualified to make this list, though.
Right.
I would never attempt. But I thought it would be fun to see how your list would rank up with this list and what your thoughts are on these as we go in order.
Okay. All right.
And, of course, we got to have the honorable mention because it's number 10 on Ranker's list.
Right.
Number 10 strongest villain in the MCU, Colby. Ronan the Accuser.
Okay. We've seen him in the MCU already. And he's the guy in Guardians with the giant hammer.
Yep.
With the eye black that kind of looks like, yep.
Looks like he's crying a little bit. His makeup's running.
Yep. That's okay. Oh, well, already him at 10. All right.
So their comment is he's a radical Kree of significant power who took part in the Kree Skrull War. Years later, he becomes an enraged radical who defies the peace accord struck between Xandar and the Kree Empire. His goal is the destruction of Xandar and the genocide of its people. So to achieve this, he allies himself with Thanos and acquires the Power Stone. When he gets the stone, he defies Thanos and goes to Xandar to personally destroy the planet.
Right.
That's accurate.
That's right.
Okay. So he was number 10, Colby.
I just got to see who's around him.
All right. I offer you at number 9, the strongest villains in the MCU.
Well, this is the MCU, not Marvel. This is just their strongest villains that are in the shows and in the movies.
Oh, did I sell this wrong?
Yeah, I was thinking it was just all the Marvel big bads, but go right ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, just in the MCU. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean to misrepresent things.
I was trying to dig into my brain for, all right.
Yeah, so this should be easy for you.
Oh, yeah.
Number 9. I need to get one of those sounders where they go, number 9.
I mean, I
and
could
then
do
number
that.
8. I don't have access to those. We need those. Hey, Shippy. Damn it. Reggie. Nobody's there. Number 9 on our list, Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw.
Says Ebony Maw is a member of the Black Order and one of the leaders of the group. He is also the adoptive son of Thanos and an incredibly powerful telepath. He has the ability to move anything with his mind. which makes his psychokinetic abilities on par with those of the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. Ma manages to subdue and bind Doctor Strange with little difficulty. Yep. Right?
He's the guy that looks like the old alien floating around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, Ebony. They never actually say that was Ebony they don't say it in the movies. They don't like Thanos to be like, "Hey, Ebony, come here."
What's up, Ebony?
Oh, no. So, yeah, okay.
Does Ebony have a twin named Ivory?
No,
that would
but
be funny.
Already going to put the accuser ahead. This is already a bad list.
All right. How about number 8? Loki. Loki at number 8. The son of Laufey, making him a member of the frost giant race of Jotunheim.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Jotunheim.
Oh, damn it. When Odin conquered Jotunheim, he found the infant Loki abandoned, so he took him to raise as his own. Loki grew up in the shadow of Thor and which made him jealous and a vengeful younger brother. Mm-hmm. He also once turned him into a frog and carried out all manner of trickery as a god of mischief.
Yes.
Loki betrays Thor and the rest of Asgard to place himself upon the throne, but Thor is able to defeat him. He seemingly dies, but returns as a minion of Thanos, which we all saw. Eventually, Loki manages to redeem himself, but like always, it's through trickery and manipulation via his incredible magical abilities.
So, placing him, villain MCU, yeah, because of the whole attack on New York.
The Battle of New York.
They've opened up that character a little farther than even the comic books have gone. They forced the comic books to have a whole thing where he's basically reborn. And Kid Loki, by the way, might end up actually showing up in the Young Avengers Disney Plus series that they might be trying to throw together.
Wow, that would be awesome. I'd watch that. Loki might be like my new, not favorite, but one of my new favorite MCU characters. Which when I first saw him in he was in the first Avengers,
right?
I was like, this is a stupid character. I have no use for him. But he's quickly climbed the charts in my personal MCU brain. How about number 7, Colby, on the list of strongest villains in the MCU per ranker.com? Taskmaster.
Taskmaster ahead of Loki and ahead of Roman the. No, if you're saying strongest, Taskmaster is not strong. It's not even stronger than Loki. Like Loki could totally whip Taskmaster's ass. The reason why Taskmaster is such a formidable foe is because, going up against people that don't have superpowers.
Right. So the commentary here is Marvel Comics fans waited a long time for Taskmaster to make the jump to the cinematic universe.
Right.
Kevin
Feige
and company didn't disappoint. Instead of bringing Tony Masters to the big screen, Marvel Studios decided to upgrade the character to make a villain who can impersonate fighting styles more personal to Natasha Romanoff's past.
Right.
While the reveal that Antonia Dreykov, daughter of dastardly General Dreykov, was brainwashed into becoming Taskmaster isn't the craziest twist of all time, it does serve to make the character much more empathetic than her comic book counterpart.
Right. And by the way, Tony Masters and Antonia, I see what you did there.
See Marvel. What they did there? So Taskmaster, because you mentioned this before in your Mystery Shotgun podcast, was not a chick, clearly. So did they do the character justice?
They did the character justice. Okay. I liked what they did. Some people did not.
All right. Number 6 on our list of the strongest villains in the MCU. I offer you, Colby, the head of Ultron.
Okay, Ultron is very, very low already because Ultron is a super big bad that, they didn't use quite as well in the MCU. But, yeah, I have a feeling that old Ultron is going to be making his way back.
Really?
So watch out for that.
So the narrative here is the Ultron Initiative is a dream of Tony Stark's to create a defensive shield around the planet, but things don't work out as he initially planned. With the help of Dr. Bruce Banner and Jarvis, Stark manages to create a new form of artificial intelligence, which takes the name Ultron and immediately attacks the Avengers. Ultron's perverted view of Stark's desire to achieve peace in our time leads him to plan on destroying all human life. He invades the internet, seemingly ends Jarvis, and obtains a significant amount of vibranium he used to create a stronger body for himself. We all saw the movie. We know that he went to, what was that country? Sokovia.
Yes.
And then digs the hole, like,
the whole
friggin' city goes up in the sky, and he's just going to drop it so it creates like that meteor effect that killed the dinosaurs, and it's going to kill everybody.
Right.
But it gets thwarted.
And one of those that they, of course, they changed the story for him as well. Hank Pym is the one that actually creates him in the comic books.
Really?
But the reason why Scott Lang is running around as Ant-Man is because also what Hank liked to do, and the reason why they didn't have him in the original Avengers, because Hank also liked to beat his wife.
Oh, in the comic books?
Yeah, so there's that.
Oh, we had a wife beater in the comic books.
He was a hero.
Really? Like, when was this? When was this big? 60s?
Yeah.
When that was acceptable?
And it was a note on the side of he wasn't a good man because he did this. But yeah, no. He so
all right. Well, let's move on to someone who killed his wife.
Okay.
Or not killed his wife, but planted a tumor in her brain, or his girlfriend's brain. I offer you Ego.
Ego. That's
the
right.
father of Peter Quill.
And if we're going on powerful villains, Ego's pretty freaking powerful, folks. He's a whole planet.
He's a celestial, Colby.
Yeah, so I wonder who's going to be above this because, he's a whole planet.
But he was able to be killed.
Right.
He died.
By the son of a celestial.
By his own son.
Right.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that's how I'm going to go out at some point. By the hands of one of my sons.
You know what? I'm rooting for it.
I might not even know the son right now. Like, I might not even be one of the sons I know about.
Oh, it's just
like
just
it could be some random son. Like, oh my God,
I wish you would have been my daddy, but now I'm going to kill you.
I want money, Dad. Yeah, well, I got news for you, kid. I ain't got none. Number 4, the ruler of Muspelheim, Surtur. Let's say that right at all.
Yes, Surtur. You did say that right. Yes, good. Okay, again.
You have a problem with this, don't you?
Planet, celestial, Surtur, planet.
He was the prophesized being who will initiate Ragnarok.
Yes. No, he's powerful. Don't get me wrong. But, okay.
All right. You have a problem with this list already, which is why I was reading it. Number 3, Colby. Thanos.
Thanos at number 3. This is actually surprising to have him at 3. I thought he would be your number 1 guy.
The sole surviving member of his species from the planet Titan, who also developed the Nissan pickup truck.
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
So I don't know a lot of the backstory of Thanos. They outlined some of it here, but he seems like, just from the movie, he's a pretty bad dude.
He's a pretty bad dude. Pretty bad dude.
Number 2, the firstborn daughter of Odin.
Okay, Lady Death.
Hela.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she's kick-ass.
Dude, she was hot, too.
And I do believe she would take out Thanos in a fight. So at least the top 3 is right. But again, living planet that's, powerful.
Are you ready for number 1? Do you have any thoughts? Would you like to hazard a guess?
Who they think is number 1 in the most powerful? No, I don't have a guess because I maybe it'll be right. Maybe it's
I'll give you a hint. It is a being from and the ruler of the dark dimension who possesses immeasurable power. He has existed since the beginning of time, and his only desire is to conquer all of reality by merging his dimension with the MCU, otherwise known as Earth 199999.
Okay, so you're
Dormammu.
You know what?
Does that name ring a bell?
Yes, it does ring a bell.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody you never heard of.
No. I'd left. My brain didn't count. Yeah, no. Dormammu is. That's okay. Yeah, he's in Doctor Strange, but he's basically Super Satan.
No, that was my second wife.
So yeah, no, that's okay. Number one, that is definitely
That's good.
That is definitely a number one right there.
Dormammu's power is essentially incomprehensible
Yep.
as his ability to cross time, space, and reality. So you had a problem though with some of the other order of the list, but number 1, 2, and 3, maybe you were good with.
Yeah. I'm pretty good with. Yeah, there's
Dormammu, Gila, Thanos.
I might have. I would have to think about it a lot for Lady Death and Thanos, which one to switch over. But yeah, that's. I think I can get down with that part of it. Yeah,
Nice.
Sure can.
So overall, though, good list.
Yeah,
I think you had issues at the beginning because you thought it was going to dwindle out.
Yeah. Plus, again, I was thinking about the whole Marvel comic book universe.
Not the MCU. Yeah.
Not just the MCU. So my brain was like, oh, my God.
So are you saying there's other more powerful villains in the Marvel comic books that we haven't seen in the MCU?
Yeah.
Damn it.
There's some, they've left out some kick-ass, and they kind of wienered, like Ultron is.
Right. Wienered him out.
They wienered him out.
But you say he's coming back.
I think so. I think that you may have saw that at the end of WandaVision, actually.
Yep.
So there's that.
By the way, WandaVision, number 2 now on my list of my favorite Disney Plus Marvel TV shows.
Okay.
Loki being number 1.
And then
Falcon and the Snowman, Winter Soldier is last by far. So whatever happens between we're going to have a Hawkeye.
Yep.
He'll be above. I don't care how bad it is. It's got to be better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Those poor guys, they missed some of that good plot that they wanted to throw in there.
I think they should have stuck with it. I don't know why they went away from it. I don't care.
They got scared. And you've actually got some chances to have some that you might think is not as good. So hold that last spot open because that She-Hulk might get you.
Oh, God, there's a She-Hulk one coming out?
There is.
Is she at least going to have boobs?
Well, yeah, it's a She-Hulk, so yeah.
But she's not going to be topless, though. She's going to be wearing the bikini top or the halter top or whatever the She-Hulk wears.
Yeah, I don't think on Disney Plus they're going to have a naked She-Hulk running around smashing things.
She-Hulk smash.
So, no, she's also a lawyer, and she's super smart.
Oh, my God.
So,
are we talking about Harvey Birdman, attorney at law? Or
no, he's not smart at all.
Whatever that was.
He's not smart. Great cartoon, but he's not smart at all.
That was great. Hey, before we get into the famous Colby Sapp's news and notes of the weird and wild stuff that you find on the internet.
The Drunk Sports Podcast.